जिंदगी में कभी ना कभी हम सभी को किसी ना किसी चीज की सनक या फिर जुनून होता है और फिर उसके लिए हम बहुत कुछ कर गुजरते हैं। अब अपने सपनों को पूरे करने की सनक एक स्मॉल टाउन कपल से क्या क्या करवाएगी, ये हमें देखने के लिए मिलेगा एमएक्स प्लेयर पर रिलीज होने वाले शो सनक एक जुनून में, जिसको डायरेक्ट किया है द यंग एंड सुप्रीमली टैलेंटेड कृष्णा भट्ट ने। सो कृष्णा, अ वार्म वेलकम टू यू ऑन पंजाब केसरी नवोदय टाइम्स।
I love the introduction.
Thank you. I'm glad you did. Thank you. सो कृष्णा, टीजर देखा मैंने, बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा है, पीपल आर गिविंग देयर कमेंट्स कि किस तरह की होगी सीरीज। बट आप थोड़ा सा एलाबरेट कीजिए, स्ट्रेट फ्रॉम द हॉर्सेस माउथ सुनना इज ऑलवेज गुड। व्हाट इज द शो अबाउट?
जैसे आपने कहा, एक सनक, एक जुनून होता है। एक द स्टोरी इज अबाउट एक यंग कपल, इंदौर कपल का जुनून है कि वो मुंबई आए, अपनी अपनी करियर, अपनी लाइफ बनाए एंड reach dizzying heights. But dreams have a price tag, and sometimes those price tags are very, very dangerous. Like I said before in a previous interview, um, we all have uh, addictions of certain kinds. We either addicted to cigarettes, or we're addicted to drugs, or we're addicted to power, or we're addicted to something.
Correct.
Sometimes it's even sexual in nature that we're addicted to, and sometimes that comes in the way of a marriage, and we don't realize that the power drunk people that we are, we give more fuel to that addiction. And that is the story, that the power drunkenness of the of Rohit, as his name is Ajay in the show. The power drunkenness of Ajay is something that costs him his marriage, and how they find their way back to each other. So that's Sanak.
Okay, so ये प्यार की सनक है या ambition की सनक है?
प्यार और ambition दोनों की सनक है.
Okay, so both show पे हमें धीरे धीरे reveal होगा, right?
Yeah. I have been told that I have to not reveal everything.
Okay, but जिस तरह से टीजर देखा कृष्णा, so one thing was very clear that बहुत सारे लोग है ना इससे relate करेंगे, because as you rightly said, हमें किसी ना किसी चीज का जुनून होता है या फिर एक addiction होता है. If we are power hungry, तो वो हमसे बहुत सारी चीजें कराता है. So I think you've made it pretty relatable, right? So was that the thought?
Yeah, it's something that we can all relate to, even I am someone who wants fame, success, power, and I have understood that it comes at a price. You can't have everything in life, and sometimes the price tag is something that is very heavy that you pay, and I think everybody can relate to it, because in today's world, I don't think a woman is happy sitting at home cutting vegetables and making salad and dal for her husband. She wants to go out there, go into the corporate world, wear a pinstripe suit, and sit on the head's chair. So I think in a world where men and women both want to go out and do something, in a world where men, like in this show, want to go out and achieve their dreams, someone who's come from a small town like Indore wants to come to the Big Apple, wants to make his dreams come true. It's a tough world. Sometimes we think we watch the world with rose tinted glasses only to remove them and realize that it's actually a shade of black.
Correct. So I think यही सारे emotions जो हैं, they are all wrapped up in this series, correct?
Correct.
Okay, but Krishna, just say you're the director of this series, or director जो है, who is the captain of the ship, so to say, and you're pretty young, correct? And in series में you have some of the industry's established names. So how was this whole journey? You were captaining this entire ship. तो आसान था, or you had some difficult times or challenges?
My only problem was that Rohit sir is so popular that he intimidates half the people, and that I keep telling him keep telling him that why are you intimidating my actors, and he's like, मैं क्या करूं, मैंने क्या किया? So we keep having this joke between us that stop intimidating my actors. But I think it's about bonding with the actor on an emotional level. They're all human beings, you know. At the end of the day, they are also human beings only. It's not like they're aliens. So they connect with you on an emotional level. And once you connect on an emotional level that is the same emotional level as the show, then you create magic together. And that's something we've managed to do with this one. Let's hope.
Yeah. And you also said that it's a series that you've made with a lot of heart, and then you obviously expect people to see it with a lot of heart.
Correct. I hope they do. But I don't think they have a choice, because the minute you start the show, your heart will start beating.
Okay. So eagerly waiting for that. But also tell me, there are a lot of behind the scenes that happen, jo obviously as audience humko nahi dekhne ke liye milte hain. So did something interesting happen because you were behind the camera? So aisa kuch hua that something funny happened, or something happened that you can remember right now and you can share?
Funny. I mean, there were days when I keep teasing Andrita about this one thing, that she's very good with her lines and everything, okay, but because she's a Kannada actor, okay, and Hindi is not her first language.
Correct.
There was this one day when it was a very emotional scene, okay, a very 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 emotional scene. She said, "तुम ये क्या बड़बड़ा रहे थे?" And I said, "What?" I started laughing on the mic because and I was like, "What is barbara rahe the?" And she also realized what she had said, and we all started laughing, and it was one big joke. And now whenever I meet her, I'm like, "Kya barbara rahe ho tum?"
Okay. Also, Krishna, we cannot ignore the fact that you are Vikram sir's daughter. But आपने हर बार ये कहा है कि आपकी जो कोशिश है वो ये है कि लोग ये कहें कि ये कृष्णा भट्ट के फादर हैं, करेक्ट? बट आपकी जो ये जर्नी रही है, हाउ मच हैव यू बीन इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय विक्रम जी, एंड आपकी ये वाली सीरीज में उनका इनपुट कितना रहा? बिकॉज ही इज ऑल्सो बीन कोटेड एज सेइंग दैट ही इज wanting people to see your poetic labor of love. So definitely he's quite impressed.
Yeah, he is quite impressed, actually. I'm pretty kicked about it. My father has written this story. He has put in a lot emotionally, when you're writing. It's been presented by Mahesh uncle, it's been written by Vikram Bhatt. It's like a loaded thing for me. And I do want to be better than him, but at the same time, I want to learn from these two geniuses. There's a lot to learn from them. Just yesterday, I was sitting in a script reading with them, and they are geniuses. I'm not kidding. They are geniuses. I felt like a duffer in front of them. I was like, okay, they are older than me, and one day I will read them, but I was just like, these two are like geniuses. Yeah, what do I do with them? So yeah.
No, but you come from a family that, where people are legends in their respective fields, chahe acting ho, chahe directing ho, people jinka naam sun ke, agar screen pe naam dikh gaya, haan, to ye film dekhne jana hi jana hai. So I want to know, how was it growing up in that kind of an environment? Were you ever intimidated ki, are main bade hoke kya karungi?
Okay, so funny story. I wanted to play the piano for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I was a pianist. I mean, okay. I play the piano. Now I don't want to be a pianist. But so growing up, my parents were divorced, so I didn't go to the set so much. But in school, people used to be like, "अरे यार, आवाज आ रही है. अरे यार, फुटपाथ आ रही है. अरे यार, आवारा पागल दीवाना देखी." Bapu, you're a star. And he used to be like, "You are the only one who doesn't think I'm important enough." And I was like, "Yeah, because you're my father. I don't realize that you are somebody in the world. For me, you're like Papa." But when I started working with him, I realized why he is who he is, because he's technically so talented. He is emotionally so he's just talented. And to get that, as I said, genius.
Correct, definitely. This everybody will agree that not just Vikram, but the whole Bhatt family is genius in their own respective fields, whatever they do, and which is why it's been decades, but the name is still there. But जैसे आपने कहा आप pianist बनना चाहते थे, so from that, your journey as a director, how and when did that happen? When did you realize that अरे मेरे अंदर भी भट्ट खानदान का खून है?
I watched the silliest of movies when I was a child. Okay, most ridiculous movies, South, like, not that South films are ridiculous, don't misquote me, but films I didn't understand because they were not in my language. So I used to watch every film. I used to do my maths. I used to do while watching TV. And I had taken technical drawing. So I used to do that while watching TV. And my mother said, you need one. There was this time when my mother and my father made a chart for me of when I can watch TV. Even Ramayana and Mahabharata I liked every Sunday, 9 o'clock. So that bug was always there. But at the age of 12, no, when my dad and I reconnected, and I went for 1920, the first one with Ada Sharma, and I went for the editing of that, and I remember they were doing the special effects, and they were doing the dubbing and stuff like that, and I was so taken in. I remember my dad had, that was one of the last film based movies, like the Kodak film. And he had cut something, and he had saved that reel for me. And I just looked at that and I said, this is my life. I want to be a director.
Okay.
Of course, now in the digital age, there is film, but I just knew. I just went to my mother, and to her horror, she didn't want me to have anything to do with the film industry.
Okay.
To her horror, I went to her, sat down in her lap as like a 12-year-old. I said, Mom, I think the film industry is calling me. I just need to go. I can't think of anything apart from films. And yeah.
Wow. And good that you did it, and good that your mother did not stop you apart from that initial horror that you must have given her. Otherwise, you would have missed out on a budding great director.
Yes, in seconds. So she realized, I think that look in my eyes, a mother knows when to give.
आपको इसकी सनक थी, तो she knew कि अब ये करके रहेगी.
Yeah, definitely.
So Krishna, what are the genres that you would love to explore? I'm sure right now you would say that, I'm greedy to do everything. But is there something really close to your heart? One genre or any genre?
I love emotional, interpersonal, relationship-based stories. I would say no to a thriller. I made a thriller called Badnaam. I wouldn't say no to a horror also. I think everything is meant to be explored, but interpersonal relationships is my weak spot. I love exploring relationships between people, the nuances of it and all. That's my space.
Great. So what is next that the fans can expect after Sanak?
So mostly there's a film in the pipeline, and let's see, theaters, please. But wherever it releases, we'll keep you updated. We'll do another interview for that.
Definitely. I'll be waiting for everything that you do in future. And I wish you all the luck also for it. But, jate, since Sanak is about to release, is there something jo aap, कहना चाहे लोगों को through our platform? Any message that you would like to give?
I think Sanak is a labor of Sanak ek junoon, because there are two Sanaks. It's a labor of love. It's about the problems that a couple has within the four walls of their house, within the four walls of their bedroom. It's made with a lot of hard work. And it's releasing on 16th October on MX Player, streaming free. Please go watch it and tell us how you like it.
The good part is nobody has to go anywhere because it's coming at their homes. So घर पे बैठे ही अच्छी entertainment मिलेगी.
go and watch it.
Correct. So I hope a lot of you will watch this series because, as Krishna initially said, you will fall in love with it. There is no doubts in her mind about that. And on that note, Krishna, wishing you all the luck for the success of this series. And I'm eagerly waiting for all our next interviews. So wish you have a lot of work in your kitty.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you.
Thank you.